Alright guys, here we go, episode 165, playing against the Utah Utes this week. We are like opposite ratings. I'm like 7-1, 5-0 in conference. They are 1-7, 0-5 in conference, so hopefully we can keep that going. They can be 0-6, I can be 6-0, and everybody will be happy, at least everybody on my team. Except for my quarterback, who is still injured with a sprained ankle for 3 weeks. It's better than a broken femur out for the season, which I would most definitely not be happy about. So they get the ball, start the game. No, I got the ball and they're going 3 and out. They have a glitch play and I totally whiffed. I totally whiffed on the tackle. That's pretty sad. That's pretty sad. So they take the field goal and get it. They get on the board first 3-0. Late in the first quarter now, I run one of my favorite plays. Everybody knows this play. Everybody knows how to stop this play, except for the computer. So I run it, and every now and then I'll throw it to somebody else. I hit Victor McCutcheon for the touchdown. That's what'll get me on the board finally, like a whole quarter later, which shouldn't have happened. I just couldn't get anything going, and it sets me up pretty good. 7-3, going deep to Jeff Wiggins. I put him on a hot route, and he delivered. Nice big play for me. Wiggins. Wow. I was gonna kind of combine Will Jennings, call him Wiggins. Didn't work out so well. He gets a touchdown, and then suing first play of the next series. Bonds with a pick 6. That's my safety, my return man. He's like an all-around player. Last year he played running back some. He's just a good dude. So 2nd-2 now. I go for the pick with Scott, miss it, and they get a nice big gain. Corey Coleman tore me up all game long, man. I tried to jump to scare him a little bit. This time Scott makes the pick. Nothing happens of it, but we get our second turnover of the game. We're already up 21-3. Couldn't do anything about it, but I think we ended up going 3 and out, but they were driving good, and we just lowered the boom on that guy right there. Force our 3rd turnover of the game. Once again, Scott happens to be right place, right time, and recovers the fumble. This time hit Wiggins on a little flag route. Worked out pretty good, and then they didn't even bother covering King on this play. It's like, what the heck are you doing? You're gonna make your safety run all the way across the field and try to stop him? He's my go-to receiver, man. I throw to my tight end almost as much as I throw to my slot receiver. Get with the program video game. But we've got 4 turnovers in the first half. Our offense is not really reflecting how good we're doing. I mean, that's what, 168 yards. That's not too bad. Or 158 yards, not too bad. Well, we'll take it. Or 258 yards. But it should be way more than that against a team of this caliber. I mean, it's 28-3, and Bonds just snags the ball out of the air. I thought about running it out of the end zone, decided against it. That's his 2nd pick of the game. That's a little touchback. So we get the ball a couple plays later. 1st-10, Ballage on a little end around and throws that dude on the ground. Just outrun everybody. Not quite fast enough to do it. But hey, 40-yard rush, I'll take it. And Jennings gets all the glory once again. My freaking Richard keeps getting hurt during the game. He's like, oh, it's just minor, but keep him in or put him back in. It's a high-risk injury. It's like, nah, dude, forget it. If he's going to be a wuss about it because he like stubbed his toe, then no. He can sit on the daggum bench and Jennings will get all the glory, which is the way it works. So they hit a nice little deep route, and then somehow fit it next to my safety who's standing there with his hands open and gets the touchdown. So they finally get on the board. Took them to the 4th quarter, but they did it. We're up 35-10. Didn't really matter to me. I hit Wiggins once again and handed off to Ballage for the touchdown because I like the end around play, man. I found it. He used to be a running back. I know he can run the ball. So I'm going to try to run it every now and then. Up 42 and then 2nd-13. He had all day to throw it. I don't know why he threw it to the guy Luke was guarding, but that's our 6th turnover of the game. We've just been dominating. Richard finally in the game long enough to get a touchdown. We go up 48-10. Yeah, 48-10. Not doing too bad. 3 minutes left. A little under 2 minutes now. They're driving 4th-10. Throws it. Has too much time to throw. DeLuca with a nice little catch and run after the catch. Sets them up 1st and goal. Drop back the pass. DeLuca once again just burned whoever that corner was off the line. And they score again. The dude's got 5 interceptions, but he's throwing 2 touchdowns in like the past 5 minutes. So we did a nice little run there. Sets me up for 3rd and inches. I don't know why I threw it to Ballage there. I don't know how he caught it. Don't know how it wasn't picked. But I'll take it. He's got a receiving and a rushing touchdown this game. Very happy about that. We ended up getting the win 56-17. They're going to have to play of the game. It was my quarterback. 20 for 36, 321 yards, 3 touchdowns. That's actually kind of like realistic. I could see that happening in real life, man. The numbers seem right on the money, which is pretty cool. Usually it's kind of skewed. Looking at the games around the country, number 9 Florida State gets beat down and Northwestern wins. Looking at the stats, they had way more passing yards than me. They turned it on the 2nd half. I'm glad they waited, but other than that, we get the win. That's all that matters. Players of the game: Gillum, of course, on defense. Bonds with 6 tackles, a tackles for loss, forced fumble, 2 picks, and a touchdown. He's just tearing it up, man. Waiting to see what everybody else is doing. So we'll be right back with the advance. All right, let's get into the highlights from the game against Utah. I don't know what it is, but the fourth quarter seems to be the let the computer score all over you quarter. And I don't know. It's just weird. We had a lot of turnovers, so a very good game for my defense. Offense kind of but my starter is still out, and my backup, who is actually better than my starter, is doing adequate, just not as good as I'd like. See, everybody else did this week. We got back up to 12. In case you hadn't noticed, everybody's in the dynasty now. We're rolling good, rolling full, and we're moving right along. Penn State ends up winning 54-39. Nebraska wins 84-27. Missouri wins 63-42. Wow, I was gonna say 64-32. I do that sometimes. I wouldn't get his game in. He said he was gonna be on vacation, so he wouldn't be able to play. Hopefully, he gets a win. Be very nice if he did, because he's number 7 in the nation, and I'd hate for him to lose to the computer because he couldn't play. I mean, that would suck. But hopefully, he gets the win. New guy, Prouted Leader 93. He picked Boise State. He ends up winning 45-10. We haven't had anybody in the Mountain West in a long time. So looking forward to seeing how he does. Louisville ends up winning 51-20. West Virginia wins 77-21. K-State wins 30-28. Close game there. NC State, like I said, is on vacation, didn't get his game in. So we're going to have to sim past it. Mid-Tennessee State wins 42-21. And you want to see the Oklahoma State game, make sure you check out the Italians channel. Links down in the description as always. I hadn't looked at it myself until just as soon as I started to record. And it looked like it was going to be a good game. So I'm looking forward to seeing his gameplay over there. But we're going to advance it real quick, see what's going on with everybody, and we'll be right back. All right, just get done with the advance. I play Oregon State this week. They are 2-7. Hopefully it can be like the past couple of weeks, and it's just a good performance on my part, and we get the win. I would like to go to a bowl game this year. At least the conference championship is in the books, I hope, but you never know. I got like 3 games left. See who everybody else plays this week. Penn State plays Ohio State. Nebraska plays Illinois. Missouri's got a bye week. Iowa ended up winning. He plays Wisconsin this week. Boise State plays Colorado State. Louisville plays Wake. West Virginia plays Kansas. K-State plays BYU. NC State plays Texas A&M. Mid-Tennessee State plays Southern Miss. And Oklahoma State plays Baylor. Check out top 25 real quick, see what's going on there. Anything good? Anything special happening? 1 through 9. Well, 1 through 8 stayed. 9 ended up losing or dropping out, one of the two. Nebraska moves up. So we got 6 in the top 10. Who was 9? West Virginia moves up even more. They're number 13. Broke the top 15 mark. Florida State lost. They were ranked up there pretty good, and then they've lost a couple here recently. K-State is now ranked at 25. Anybody else? Boise State. He's about to be ranked. Check out the BCS, the one that really matters right now. It's got Penn State, Missouri, Oklahoma State, all battling it out as the only 3 undefeated teams. I know Oklahoma State still has to play West Virginia. Penn State has at least the conference championship game, and I think Missouri more than likely has it locked up since Texas A&M is no longer in the dynasty. Could be wrong. I don't know if he plays another user that would kind of put a kink in it, but I think that's how it's rolling as of right now. But looking at the games, it's looking pretty good. Look at about how it is over on the top 25 the BCS does. Looking pretty nice. Now, once again, Mr. Crafter said, hey, thanks for showing the stats on the last episode. That's cool. If you could show the conference standings. So I'm going to show you that real quick. And then next week we're going to do the award semifinalists instead of the message, unless it's real short and sweet. We're looking at it. USC's got 2 losses. I was one of them. And then we can pretty much lock it up. Check out the north side. And it's a battle over there. Washington has lost a couple of heartbreakers. They won it last year. I played them like back-to-back weeks. And we ended up winning both games. But Washington won it last year. So it's between these two. In the Pac-12 SEC, it's Missouri, Texas A&M. Missouri's got his side locked up fairly good. Texas A&M's got a little bit of a battle, but it's the computer playing with a user built-up team, so it should be pretty good. Sun Belt, nobody over there. Arkansas, ACC, NC State's kind of falling out of the rankings, so he won't be able to get it. Louisville might sneak up in there and take out Florida State. Possibly. I mean, it's a long shot since he joined late, but it is a good possibility. I know he still has to play NC State later this year, but not too sure. Check out the other side. Miami is still a battle too. Miami and Pitt battling it out to see who's going to go to the conference championship. The American, Tulane and Tulsa, pretty good over there. The Big 12, we got Oklahoma State, K-State, West Virginia. I know Oklahoma State and West Virginia still have to play, and they've only got one loss, but it'd be interesting to see how it goes, because let's say West Virginia does beat Oklahoma State. Well, Oklahoma State beat K-State, but K-State beat West Virginia. So I don't know how that would work. At least I'm pretty sure that's how it went. Yeah, West Virginia did lose to K-State, so it'd be like a three-way tie. So I don't know how it would decipher who wins, because everybody would have essentially the same record in conference, and all the wins and losses would cancel out. So it could be an interesting battle over there in the Big 12. The Big 10, we got Penn State all alone on his side. He's got Ohio State this week, which he should win. That's his only challenge on his side currently. On the other side of the West, Iowa and Nebraska still battling it out. I don't think they played. Have they played yet? No, they played the last week of the regular season. Wow, that could decide who's playing for the conference championship against Merck and Penn State for the Big 10. Conference USA, Mid-Tennessee State's a shoe-in. Just got to beat Western Kentucky and Marshall. Just got to keep winning, man. That's all he's got to do, and he's got it locked up. Louisiana Tech more than likely on his side. Independence, Army tearing it up. They're a 4-star team now. Nice. And then Notre Dame, BYU. Over in the MAC, Bowling Green locking it up. Bowling Green, Buffalo. The other side, Northern Illinois, my Huskies. Yeah, buddy. And then in Central Michigan, Mountain West, Colorado State, and Boise State play this week. So Boise State could sneak in there and win the conference in his first like 4 games. So as long as he wins, he should be all right over there. Could be an interesting game. The other side, Fresno State's got it pretty much locked up, and then we're done with the back to the Pac-12. So that's the conference standings. We're looking pretty good. Check the Heisman watch real quick just to see if anything changed there. We got Nebraska, Penn State, Missouri, Mid-Tennessee State, and Oklahoma State. I think everybody stayed the same. And that's all users. That's back-to-back weeks, which is nice, which is very nice. I like to see that. All users, not in the computer. That means people are putting up some points. But for right now, that's it. We are done moving into week 12. We are flying right along. Like I said, we will more than likely be done with this before I go on vacation in August. And if it does happen to be where it's going to be kind of conflicting, like we might start a new season before I leave or not, I'm going to push it back because I'm not going to worry about it. Because I'm going to be gone for like a week or so, maybe even more. I got some big plans coming up, and I might let you guys know in a special way what's going on. I might not. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. But just know, early August, I'm gonna be gone for about a week or so. So no football during that point. But as of right now, we are done with this episode. We are moving on. That's gonna be it. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see y'all next time.